All right, guys, I wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you about my recent spinning certification. I'm super excited about it. I did the spinning instructor certification. There are numerous indoor cycling certifications that you can obtain, and I chose spinning because they were the very first one, and it is cyclist oriented. I am a cyclist. I've been to a lot of spin classes, and there were a lot of just unnecessary movements. And as a cyclist, it was just it didn't simulate what I was doing on the bicycle. So I wanted to do a certification that would enhance my cycling and improve other people's ability to cycle and introduce people to the sport, advance the sport. At the time of this filming, I am an RRCA certified level 1 coach and insanity instructor and pose method instructor. And I recently, just last weekend, got certified to teach spin. I haven't taught my first class yet, but I will soon. And I'm super excited about it. But for anybody that's interested in getting an indoor cycling certification, I just wanted to talk to you about the reasoning and then kind of break down exactly what the certification entailed. So, at the time of this filming, I think it was about $335 for the course materials. And basically, it's a one-day course, 9 hours, and then you receive your instructor manual. The instructor manual's, how many pages is it? Just about 130 pages. It's bound nice. And I had the option of upgrading, and for an additional $40, you get a series of videos. The videos complement the manual, but in hindsight, the videos kind of go over the same things that you're going to go over in the workshop, and they're really unnecessary. So save yourself the $40. You don't need it. Prior to the certification, I think I received the book about 3 weeks before my certification in St. Louis, and I started just kind of reading through it, and good overview, and it's just a really good overview about the spinning organization, how to set people up on bikes, really big into the positioning of the riders, how to choreograph a ride, and how to properly set up a cyclist. And that's really the meat and potatoes of the program. The workshop itself was, like I said, 9 hours. We basically did an intro to the organization. I think we started off with talking about the trademarking of using spinning, because spinning is a term that's kind of like Kleenexes to tissue, but this is the only authorized organization in which you can use the term spinning. Everything else is indoor cycling. So we went over the basis of the organization, kind of like history. We went down onto the spin bikes, and we took turns setting each other up properly, how to properly set up a rider, which was great. Then we went through all the basic moves on the bike with it took about an hour to go through. It was like a very easy spin session. We broke for lunch for about an hour. No, actually about a half hour, so it's a very, very quick lunch. We came back after that, and then in the afternoon for about 3 or 4 hours, we deep dived into heart rates, broke down the various heart rate types, the various types of rides that you'll be doing, and then we created choreographed, basically developed and created a ride. Then we broke up into groups and had to as a team kind of work through putting together a ride. And then we finished up with an actual spin class downstairs, where our instructor took us through all the different varieties of types of classes, kind of all-encompassing package all at once. And it was great. The day went actually pretty quick for a 9-hour course. And I took the exam the very next day. It was a 50-question exam and everything. We basically hit on almost everything the day before, so it was still fresh in my mind. And there were only probably a few questions that we didn't talk about, that I had to actually kind of find in the book. But, there's no time limit on the exam. I think it took me like an hour and a half. I was very deliberate about making sure that I found all the answers in the exam. And then that was pretty much it. I submitted it and, got my certificate right away. And, through my local gym, I am now certified and ready to teach. So I highly recommend the program, especially if you enjoy riding and you're a cyclist and you want to advance the sport of cycling. I think that this is a great program to do that. From my experience, I mean, I really enjoyed it. It wasn't overcomplicated. It was fairly straightforward, pretty easy, and yeah, I highly recommend the program. They have great support, and once you become certified, you don't have to pay any additional dues. You just have to keep up with 14 CECs every 2 years, and that's about it. Apparently they have a bunch of great workshops and other opportunities to gain those CECs, so you can continue to develop your knowledge and whatnot. So, what's next for me is I'm looking at the AFA group fitness certification. Then I'm going to look at personal training. So that's where I'm at. Just wanted to kind of give a quick overview of this program. Highly recommend it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My email address will be located with this video. So that's it. Take care. Have a great day.